What up guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. This is actually my first video tutorial, so hey, bear with me if quality is not up to par. So today I'll be breaking down exactly how I composited this product video showcasing the Airmax 97 Undefeated, a collaboration design between Nike and Undefeated, two great brands which I truly support and respect. As for the pre-production process, I don't really have it. Just kind of, imagine it, everything in my head, the whole shot list and sequence, wrote everything onto a notepad, and yeah, just translated all that inside the After Effects timeline. Don't spend too much time overthinking, just get onto it, knock it out. The whole process is just editing, re-editing, and just gradually letting that video take on a new form over time. Yeah, let's see how I make this. Alright guys, so the first 2 seconds is actually very simple. If you look right here, this is basically just a white background with Undefeated text. I'm using the Futura Bold font right now, filled it with red, and I duplicated this text layer twice and then repositioned them right on top, stacking them while inverting the strokes off the text. So, or actually just stacked on top of each other, right? And I inverted the strokes. A white background, the Undefeated text, made it in red, and then created these two layers which are stacked on top, and text layers are actually going along with the background music's clap. And over here we can see that it's a white background, a text layer saying Airmax, and what I actually did here to achieve this effect was create a radial blur. So as you can see right here, it's a radial blur, and here the parameters and the type of blur is actually called scratch. And on the corners you can see that I just added 4 crosses and lowered the opacity, so they only just popped in for half a second, but again, this helps just give the overall production a bit more value. Then with the music, now let's open up the next scene, and this is the part where we see the 97. Same principle applies. We have the 97, the text layer here, and if I just hide the rest, you can see it's just 197 text layer, and then I created another layer, positioned it to the left, created a third layer which goes as well to the left but acts like the shadow. So this is what it looks like right now. If I'm just playing that back, as you can see, these two appear at the same time, and then on the right side I created another layer just to give it much more depth. And all this is just the repositioning of text, with 97 being the value. Moving into this scene right here, and this is actually really simple. Let's see what I did here. Just going to solo the tracks. What I did here was create a red background. I kept the one from the previous scene here, and then afterwards I inserted the image of the side of the shoe, and then I created another text layer actually using the stencil alpha matte as the mode. So in this case we have this right here as the text layer that goes above the shoe and the background. Now the text is pretty much just saying OG, but again I'm using the stencil alpha matte. And then if you look right here, you can see that there's this subtle blur, actually wash that effect right across the text, and this is actually just a CC cross blur being applied. Here are the settings, and I applied this effect on top of the text layer to give it this look, and then I just made the OG pop right more into your face by just rescaling it. There you go. Next scene, the shoe is revealed, another text layer that just says black right on top, and then I animated the shoe by resizing it, scaling it up and down. Again, all this is happening while we are going along with the music. This is actually just red background, text layering, the heel of the shoe display, and what you see right here with the green is actually this shading effect which I did by creating a solid and creating a mask. So if we look here, this is actually the red shade right here, and I just created a solid, masked it out, and then set it to dissolve. So opacity is set to 30, color's red, and this just adds a bit of a texture to the text itself here. And then after that, I just animated the green background in, which comes from the top, drops in, and then kind of realigns back to the center. So this helps balance the amounts of red and green on the scene. And this scene, this is just Undefeated, the text flying halfway out the frame, and then the last 3 letters popping right back in from below. Layering and just rescaling it to make it look like it's animating. And a different font used here, Celebration, since you know this shoe's all about the celebration between Airmax's 20 years history and Undefeated's 15 years. So the shoe dropping back down with a different angle versus a different side, and then fading out with a glitch effect. I made the text more of a silver color to reflect the 3M elements that are actually existent on the shoe. Again, I want to thank you for being here. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe. If you did not like this video, let me know why.